What's going on, guys? So if you can't tell, the lighting is a little bit different than usual. It's very dark in here, mainly because I'm recording this video after work, and usually I don't record on my work days because I work 12-hour days. I work the compressed schedule, so I have more days off, full time, of course, but I don't get 8 hours a day. I work 12 hours a day, so very long day. Obviously, just main point is I'm very tired, but I want to talk about this because this was actually going to be putting out the schedule maintenance for today, Wednesday. This video will be out tomorrow, so Thursday. But basically what they did with the maintenance is their typical stuff. They always do the routine server maintenance. But here's a big thing I want to talk about. So as most of you guys are aware, I did put out a video basically doing how you can make 90 gold within 5 minutes of doing the event dungeon. People were doing it on their old characters, racking up a lot of gold. The event was going on for another 2 to 3 weeks, so it was just a really solid way for people to make a lot of income, and you didn't need to have really any gear whatsoever because you used the event weapons. So this was really enticing and got a lot of people to actually want to return back to the game, or new players just making a bunch of characters and just, having fun with this event and making some gold. And unfortunately, NCSoft actually changed it with this maintenance. They said they corrected the required Candy Cloud Taffy to purchase legendary elements and jewels from 1 to 10. And this is just really sad. And if you noticed on my video, I had it down here, it said 2 days ago, we got to get quick before NCSoft patches it and calls it miscommunication. Well, he really called it. And that's just kind of the sad truth, that the player base kind of looks at NCSoft as the enemy always. And people just kind of expect them to do stupid changes where they just ruin events or just kind of block any way for you to progress quickly, because Lord forbid anyone progress quickly free to play. Like, you have to spend money in this game. So it's just kind of sad that NCSoft is really kind of living up to what people expect. Like, people were calling that they're going to fix this. Like, no way they would let us get gold. And I was thinking in my head, like, nah, maybe they'll let us do this. Like, they're not just going to patch this, right? The event's already out. They put in the patch note that's 1 taffy for the legendary elements and jewels. There's no way they're just going to change it. And of course, they just change it. So you can never give NCSoft the benefit of the doubt. And it really kind of scares me for Unreal Engine 4's release, because of course that should hopefully fix the engine and the optimization and the FPS drops. But I mean, is that really going to matter if we still have NCSoft doing these changes where they just kind of keep trying to push people to spend money and not actually be able to progress free to play? I just don't really get it. I really don't think this was a big deal for them to actually fix like this. And I saw some people saying that it was an exploit, which is completely stupid, because this was not an exploit. An exploit is like if you could buy 1 legendary element with the 1 taffy, and when you click to buy it, it lets you buy like 1,000. That's an exploit because it's like a glitch. It's a bug and you're exploiting it. The Bamboo Village event where people got like unlimited pets, that's an exploit. They put this in the patch notes. They put it would be 1 taffy. That means they reviewed it. They made sure, they said, okay, it's going to be 1 taffy for the legendary elements and jewels. They put it in the patch notes and then they put it live. It is not an exploit, and no one was exploiting something that they put in the game in the patch notes. And they didn't like make an announcement like, hey guys, this was a mistake. If you guys do this, it's an exploit. They didn't even do that. So obviously this was not an exploit. I saw like 2 or 3 people on the forum saying that, and I just kind of shook my head like, you guys are ridiculous. That is not an exploit. So no one's going to get banned. No one's going to get in trouble. And I also saw some people saying that it's going to hurt the economy. But I mean, seriously, have you seen the economy? It's been terrible for years, and everything's overpriced. Sacred oils are literally almost 1,300 gold. Everything's overpriced. Everything's bad already. So letting some free-to-play players or people return to the game get some nice gold from an event really is not going to ruin the economy. I feel like that's a totally invalid argument. So I saw some people trying to say that too, but overall, I just feel like this was a bad change. I just feel like, why couldn't we have something good for once? This event is still pretty decent, and the reason why, and I'm kind of scared to even say this because I feel like if I do, they might freaking ruin this too, but you guys can see here, the crystals are still 1 taffy each. So, and I still don't know if I should say this because NCSoft, they probably don't even watch my videos. So I highly doubt it. Anyway, if they did, they'd probably like ban my character because I talk a lot of crap about NCSoft. But basically, you'll see that the crystals are still 1 taffy each, which means you can still get a bunch of crystals from this event, which is still solid. You do the same thing you did for the gold. Get your 20 taffy from the event dungeon. It takes 5 to 6 minutes. Go to your event tab. Make sure you spend 2 of the taffy for the Star Wheel tickets every single day because they have the 2 limit. And then spend 18 taffy on the crystals of your choice. I would probably recommend Moonstone crystals or Elysium crystals, as they're harder to get than the Soulstone crystals, of course. And they're more expensive in their raw form, like Moonstone and Elysium. orbs. So yeah, and you get a total of 180 of your crystal of choice, which is really great on each character. So I mean, if you do this again on 4 or 5 characters, you can get a lot of freaking crystals per day. And the fact that once you open these bundles, you can trade them over, or I guess you should say mail them over to your main character or whatever character you need to upgrade, you can actually rack in a bunch of crystals. So even though the gold is nerfed and it really does suck, there still is hope. I really hope they don't ruin this too. But you still can get a bunch of crystals, so it's definitely still worth doing. Do the same method I have in the video to make the 90 gold per 5 minutes. But now you're just going to be making like 180 crystals in 5 minutes. So it's still a really solid deal. And I know people always need more crystals to upgrade their weapons and gear. So it's definitely not a bad event. But this definitely was just a change that I'm really shaking my head over. I really thought they would change it. It was in the patch notes. Like, why would you just nerf this? It's just really ridiculous. It wasn't going to break the game. It just would have gave some people some gold. And I mean, why can't people have gold? It costs us hundreds of thousands of gold to upgrade all your gear. It's not going to hurt anyone to let people progress a little bit faster without spending money. In fact, they'll probably spend more money later on because they're invested in the game, NCSoft, but they clearly don't understand that. Anyways, I could go on forever with the rant. I'm a little annoyed with NCSoft with this. As I said, bet is still good. Just get your crystals, save them up, upgrade your gear. So definitely do it every single day on your characters. Definitely worth it still. But obviously the gold is completely ruined now. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Are you guys thinking I'm overreacting? Maybe the gold was bad for the game? I just don't really see it. Economy is already shot. I mean, it's not really a big deal. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I appreciate you guys a lot. And thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a comment. And make sure you get those crystals because it's still worth doing. NCSoft, you better not touch the crystals or I'm going to be mad. Anyways, thank you guys. Leave a like, sub, and I'm out.